Breaking news! Breaking news out of Ewan Podcast. Lewis Travis puts in a transfer request. That's right. He wants out. What's that all about? I'll tell you next. That's right, folks. Back once again with another video to take a look. And of course, the situation revolving Lewis Travis. What's going on over there? He's El Capitano. What's his agenda? We're going to get into all of it in a second. Big shout out to the members. Big shout out to patrons. You know who you are. And again, if you're new, where have you been? Smash your subscribe. You want some for Blackburn Rovers, Championship, EFL, all that kind of good stuff. So what are we talking about? Well, I'll tell you what we're talking about. We're talking about this. That's right. It was broke shortly after the final whistle against Bradford City, the loss in that cup match. Lewis Travis has told Rovers he wants to leave and join Derby County. It's not like he just wants to leave. He wants to leave and join Derby County. Goodness gracious me. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Before that, I'm going to hand you over to Eddie to talk about stuff special to everybody. Blackburn Rovers memories and how you can submit yours. Please listen to them. And if you can give a bit of your time, I'd love to hear your Blackburn Rovers memory.
Hey, with Eddie back once again, but this time I don't want your money. No, I want your name, your voice, your Rovers memories. That's right. We started a social media project over on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, showcasing 150 Blackburn Rovers memories. I've asked fans from around the globe to drop their Rovers memories, but of course I need more of them. That's right. 150 is a big number and we need some more, and that's where you come in. That's right. Whether it's the best player, best goal, best shirt, best moment in regards to Blackburn Rovers, I want to hear about it. So if you want to do that, again, follow that link. There is also one down in the description and drop it in there. Of course, that memory will be featured over on Twitter on a day of its own, and then of course together in a master video when we drop it on November the 5th to celebrate Blackburn Rovers 150th anniversary. So please do me a favour and drop your Rovers memory. But anyway, once again, back to Dirk to wrap up the show.
Appreciate that, Eddie. Of course, please get involved with that simple stuff, and yeah, your memories will go very, very far. But let's get back to this. Of course, this was the tweet that was dropped by local journalist Elliot Jackson. Of course, a lot of comments to read about that. We're going to go back to that in a minute because I want to showcase you the arrival video of Blackburn Rovers. Again, this is about a minute long. We're going to kind of watch the majority of it, but basically what I want to show you is the face of Lewis Travis. The mood was probably set as early as kickoff. Of course, they probably went into this game against Bradford City knowing fully well that Travis has made his feelings clear. So this is, of course, the players arriving. Yeah, I don't know if you'll get the audio. You might get the audio. I'll crank up a bit of audio. You might get something. Anyway, here they come in. Look at the smile on his face. Looks happy. Looks happy to be there. That's Tom Hine. He's just look at the eyes. Good. He's still there. He knows he wants to be there. He just signed the contract. That's Travis Geese. That's Travis. He's got a face on. He's got a face of thunder already. I'm going to back that as and Pickering there also got a bit of a. Just doesn't feel right. Everything seems off. Especially, look at him. He just doesn't seem happy. You know, he's coming here. You know, he's coming here. Just seems like a bit of a. Can I zoom in? I don't think I can. No, it blocks me from zooming. So anyway, he just doesn't look. And he's the captain of our team. He does give a bit of a wink and a punch, but no smile. Does he have a smile? I don't know. The rest of the guys, this Igor, Axel's happy because he signed it on properly. Luki. Sydney smiling.
Good to see you too.
Hi, how's it going?
How are you?
How's it going?
Hopefully that's a translation. It's going to be Hello.
How's it going?
Not too hot for me.
I had him down to score some goals. Anyway, we'll go back to those comments in a second. But let's go to the article which Elliot Jackson did drop a little bit later on. He said in his tweet, Valerien Ismael open and honest with that. Lewis Travis has asked to leave Rovers for Derby. The club's pushing to the limit for those players, but if another club is coming and puts the double on the table, it will be difficult to deal with that. So I don't know what Lewis Travis is getting paid. Let's say top earner 15k. If Derby are offering 30k, you know, or more, you know, it's it's gonna be difficult for anyone to turn down. You know, if somebody offered me double my thing, you know, and I have to clean toilets with my tongue, you know, I'll be like, well, you know, it's got something about it. Something's different, you know. How long can I clean toilets with my tongue for? I don't know. You know, or is a double value the price to pay? So you know, we're dealing with money. He is, of course, a Blackburn Rovers Academy player, been with us for the majority of his season. He did have a loan spell with Ipswich, but he wears the captain's armband. It is frustrating because, honestly, he's the only guy who shows real 100% passion for Blackburn Rovers. And I don't know why it's got to this. I know you can have your own agendas. People are spouting off this, that, and the other, saying it's Rudy, it's saying it's this, saying it's, you know, honestly, I think there is a cap with Rovers' salary. I don't think many players are going to get offered more than Travis. I know Campbell probably is, but there is reason behind that because he is a different grade of a player. But there's only a certain threshold for Rovers, especially where we are, because we were an established Premier League club a long time ago. The owner screwed the pooch and got financially in a bit of a mess because of that. And ever since then, they've not really gone ballistic. They've not done a Sheffield United. They've not gone like a Borough and pay over the odds for certain players and trying to get, you know, players for, you know, offer them crazy amounts of money. But you know what? On a personal level, Travis, kind of Britain, they're making the moves at an age where you know, they're probably not going to make many more moves. Now, I would assume a move to Derby. I'm just going to quickly, I don't know exactly how old he is. I should have his profile on it, but I'm not going to bother. He's 27 years of age. This contract will see him probably move into his 30s. So, you know, it's different. Anyway, let's read the article itself, the full article, or at least skim through it. Lancashire Telegraph reveal the Rams offer. So Derby did put a bid in, around about 1.5 million, which is a bit of an insult, a bit of a slap in the dick. And honestly, I would rather. There's no point. There's no. You get £1.5 million, and then you'd have to find something else in to kind of fill the void for Lewis Travis. I don't think that's right. I think if we can get 3 million, maybe hopefully more than that, then maybe we can find a player. And again, this can't be a cheap and cheerful £500,000 kind of relegated fella from Belgium. We've got to find some EFL gem. We've got to find like you know, like an Alex Mowat would be fucking fantastic. Lewis Bryan, of course, made the move already to Wrexham, but that kind of player, that has got qualities, played at the championship level, can maybe even got set piece on him. Somebody that can be a boss, like a Stuart Downing of old, maybe not that as old as he was when he arrived, but a player that's played here and knows what to expect and that can rally the troops. And Adam falls short of such, but many years younger than that. But it is a very disgustingly bad situation we find ourselves in. Anyway, so 1.5 is the fee that was banded around here. 12 months left. Valerien Ismael has been honest about the fact the Rovers will have to consider offers. After the 2-1 defeat to Bradford in the Cup, the head coach revealed the captain's asked to leave with John Eustace. He asked to leave the club. Ismael said when asked about how Travis had reacted, "We say that if the price is right for the club, then we will see. But at the minute, it's not the case. When a player is out of contract or has 1 year left in the contract, he looks after himself. It's not only about Travis, it's about the football world. He is focused on himself, which is understandable, but we are doing the same as a club. We have a clear idea of what we want. Either we keep our captain or someone matches the price we expected." Ismael insisted Rovers would see what the rest of the week brings as to whether Travis would continue to be available for sale action. When quizzed as to why Blackburn have been unable to keep their best players by signing into new deals, he insisted good offers have been made, but more money has been offered elsewhere. It's difficult, as I say, he said. It's hectic, but I can understand when you got a massive offer like that that he received the last couple of years, we missed the chance to extend the contract earlier, especially for a key player like that. Now we are trying to change the situation, to resolve the situation, but it was not possible anymore. That's why we are in this situation. We made big offers for the players, Britton and Travis, the club pushing the limits for the players, but at some point, if another club comes in, puts double on the table, it's difficult to do that. So I'm gonna kind of harp in on that a little bit. I didn't, surely that's kind of a bit of a low blow in, and it's probably, I'm not just, I don't know what's happened, it's hard to regulate, but why are we at that stage? Why are agents or clubs saying, hey, you know, if we could get a deal with Blackburn Rovers, we'll offer you 30 grand. Or yeah, we'll offer you 50 grand and your box of flavoured crisps from the takeout over the road there. We'll give you what you want. We'll give you 30 grand. Yeah, they've already bypassed. They haven't even got the agreement with Blackburn Rovers yet, but they're already in Lewis Travis' ear. That, I think, is quite a disgusting dark arts of football right now. And I know we probably do it to everybody, but surely, you know, that's unsettling the player. That's unsettling the player. You know what I mean? He's now going to kick his toys out of the pram to get the move. Now the situation is as this. Of course, Derby have got to probably come back with another offer, or, as my understanding is, unless Rovers are just two-faced, which they might be, they might come back and accept a low-ball offer. Because we're in between a rock and a hard place here. We either keep Travis and let his contract go for nothing, which sometimes, you know, those scenarios happen. And who knows, if you can get a fully focused Lewis Travis back on the pitch, we might be all right. We might have a good, strong season. And I think the only way, just like Tyree Stolen, just like Big Bubba Burton Diaz, we have to get promotion to otherwise to change to have the leverage. We have zero leverage right now. We're a club that offers only little money, and I think we're at the limit with Lewis Travis. I don't think we can offer much more than that. If so, then other people will start coming knocking on the door. It's hardball. They play hardball in the ballroom. Yeah, it's a difficult situation. I ultimately think, you know, and maybe I've been a little bit deluded, which was not a bad statement. I do think he will be gone by the end of the transfer window, and I have concerns because I just don't believe in the main whoever's driving this recruitment. I honestly think we'll end up not replacing him. Honestly, I think they say, oh, we've got Buckley, we've got Adam Forshaw. I don't think we'll replace him. Because the way we are, you know, we're trying to get this Baraji deal done. We fucked a pooch in that one. We're trying to get the right winger, the Japanese fella. We screwed a pooch. We didn't act quick enough to get that done. It's just the simple stuff that is somebody slowing shit down or not, you know. And I don't know if they mean it. They might not mean it. They might just be deluded as to think, oh, we'll take care of that. There is no, you know, you've got to act fast. You've got to be quick on the mark to get these sort of things done. But if you don't know, we were linked with a Japanese fella, Fugurashi or something like that, he used to play for Birmingham City. If we'd put in a bid before he kicked a ball for Bochum in the second tier of German football, before he kicked a ball, he would have been able to come and we would have been able to slot right in. No ESC tag or whatever a slot would have been needed for that. But now he's kicked a ball because he came on as a substitute last week. That's all changed. He now needs an ESC slot. Why? Because Rovers are slow. If that was true, Rovers were slow to make a deal and get things done. Now they have to look elsewhere. And another name that's been bandied around, we've also got to compete with the Leicester Cities of the world, who of course will easily tonk us out the park with bids. So stupid as stupid does. We just slow off the mark. And another one, the Baraji one, where of course we're trying to get him, but he needs an ESC slot. We don't have any. The only one that's possibly available is the fact that we got Exus Mufumbi, of course, who was a young French guy who was brought in last season. He takes up a spot, kind of a bit stupid when you think about it, because he didn't play any football last season. He was loaned out. I don't think he even played any football for the team that he got loaned out. But anyway, if Rovers play him, I'm not the ESC expert, the GRE expert, whatever the heck it is, but if he plays a minute of football this weekend, that will free up that ESC spot, and then maybe we can bring in a supposed foreigner to come into this. But ultimately, right here, right now, because of the new additions, the Denev, the Sidney Tavares, who else do we have? It just feels the Axels, of course. I think we are losing, you know, the essence of what Blackburn Rovers has. We had a very British core, and I used to be, and I am still. I like the foreign players that add a bit of variety, a bit of something. But I think it's too drastic when you lose the Danny Barts, you lost Tyree Stone, you lose Callum Britton, you lose Travis. That's 4 of them. Buckley's possibly going out the door. We've got that's 6 or 7 Englishmen or British people leaving Blackburn Rovers. So, you know, it's difficult. It's a difficult scenario, and it's a frustrating scenario. But as of right now, he is still a Blackburn Rovers player, but I don't know if we'll get to see him. I thought he might get a cameo yesterday and play a few minutes and say goodbye to Blackburn Rovers fans, because Lewis Travers has been passionate about Blackburn Rovers. And don't get me wrong, you know, when he moved to Ipswich, I was a little bit gutted. I don't think it was the greatest move for him. Of course, he was part of that promotion party and did very, very well. And I think he'll do excellent for a team like Derby County. I think he'll do excellent for a lot of clubs but right now. And hey, I just concerned that if and when he does go, Rovers will not replace him. And if they do replace him, they're going to replace him with some shit. Because right now, the players that have arrived, it's a monumental difference to what they've been playing with so far. And I'm concerned about where this season is going. But hey, let's see what happens. Eddie's going to wrap us up with, of course, a little spiel about how you can see Blackburn Rovers away days for, of course, much, much cheaper than you think.
Dirk, Ewan Eddie here with some news on our brand new scheme we're looking to implement in the 2025-2026 campaign. What is it? Well, it's affordable away day travel. That's right, us at Blackburn Rovers Seas hope to implement this brand new scheme for each and every one of the away days taking place in the upcoming campaign. Right now, we're just in the planning stages and we want to know if you are interested in away day travel for the upcoming season. Now, what I need you to do now is, of course, go to this link on the screen right about now. It's a QR code, or maybe drop down in the description to follow the URL and fill out your name and, of course, maybe some contact information that we can reach out to you when we are 100% committed. Just a reminder that this is just the planning stage of this service. Nothing is 100% as of yet, but the more numbers and the names that we get down in the next few weeks, then of course we'll have the ability to make this happen for you guys. Again, looking at what's available at the moment, this does look like an affordable option if we can get the support from you guys. And again, it's just a fantastic way for you to support the channel in another way. Back to you, Dirk, in the studio.
Appreciate that, Eddie, and appreciate you guys, of course, giving up a bit of your time. But yes, Lewis Travers on the verge of leaving Blackburn Rovers. And what's on the store for Blackburn? Actually, I should have showed you some comments, shouldn't I, really? But I guess we're not going to go there. I just don't have time for it. Maybe we'll do a bit more deep dive, of course, when this deal gets a little bit closer, or maybe an improved bid comes in. But anyway, I'll see you soon when I return. I've got to go.